Saturday Night Anthems with Sean Taylor on Castledown Radio.
So joining me on the line right now should be Mark Mathews, London-based singer-songwriter. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening. How are you doing, Sean?
Yeah, I'm doing very well, thanks. Yourself?
Very good. Can't complain at all. No, life is good.
So, Mark, how long have you been producing music for then?
Quite some time. I'd say about 10, 12 years, something like that.
What initially inspired you to actually start making the music?
Well, there's a couple of things. I mean, when I was about 8 years old, I found a tape that was from Kellogg's cereal packet, and it had a load of 60s bands on there. It had sort of like the Small Faces, the Kinks, Desmond Decker and the Aces, all those sort of classics. And that got me into the world of music. And then I discovered the Beatles after that. That kind of led me on. And from that point on, I was hooked and decided that's what I wanted to do.
What genre does your music fall under, would you say?
I would say it's indie pop, really.
Okay, so now you're London-based, and you were previously voted for as one of the best artists in London by the readers of the Metro, weren't you? So how did that actually feel when you first found out about that?
Well, it was good. I mean, to be actually perfectly honest, I didn't know about it. No one actually told me, and it wasn't until someone pointed out the article in the paper. I was like, oh, right, that's good news. So it felt really good, actually, to be sort of up there with the best and, the city's favourite. I was very happy with that, yeah.
Must have been a good sort of form of promotion for you as well, then. Kind of got your name out there a lot.
Without a doubt, yeah. There was a lot more people coming to the gigs. Like coming to the Facebook page and all that sort of thing, so it was cool. Yeah,
so do you think you're finding that this has really spurred you on to continue producing your music now that obviously more people are turning up at your gigs ever since that? Do you think it's sort of spurred you on a bit more?
I'm not too sure. I mean, for me, I'm always going to be sort of writing songs. I'm hopefully always going to be performing them as well. I don't think I need any more spurring on, so to speak, but it's nice. It's nice to have or to see things going, in the right direction. So, yeah.
So it's nice to know that people appreciate the music that you're producing.
Oh,
now.
God, yeah.
So now, in addition to this, you came first place in the Indie International Songwriting Competition. Now, can you explain a bit about that for us?
Yeah, so basically it's for songwriters around the world, obviously. They get tracks sent in. Mine, the one that I won for was London Lives. And, it just went down the storm. They just straight away went to number one and won first place. So that was very good, actually. That was a good moment.
Okay, so how many different places would you say that you've performed live then?
I've played across the world. So I play hundreds of gigs a year, to be honest. So I play to a lot of different things. I do various different versions, like whether it's a big club or a tiny pub, or I do corporate gigs. I'm also right down to the point of me sort of busking and stuff. So in one way or another, I'm generally always playing live, yeah.
Okay, so would you say you actually have a favourite place that you've ever performed live then?
Favourite place? Well, that's tricky. I do love the Barfly in London. That's a brilliant venue. And there's a festival called Dronfest, which happens up in Sheffield, and that's a brilliant festival. And in fact, I'm actually playing this year supporting Dodgy. So, yeah, those two stand out off the top of my head, I have to say.
Your music is influenced by famous groups such as the Beatles and the Kinks then, right? Now, what would you say it is about those certain groups that really influenced your music? Are there any particular tracks from them, people in the groups? Are there anything really that stands out to you that really spurred you on to create your music from them then?
To be honest, Sean, the Beatles particularly can do no wrong. I wouldn't even say there's certain tracks that stand out. They, to me, are the greatest band that have ever walked the face of the earth. They've pushed music into different directions. They've covered every genre. To me, that is just so inspiring and something that I would love to be able to do. Now, I'm not saying that I'm up there with the Beatles, but they're the kind of watermark for me. That is what I aspire to get near.
As well as producing your own music then, Mark, you're also part of a band, if I'm right. So what's the band called?
Well, so basically I play solo gigs and I also play gigs with the band. So it's me, Mark Mathews, obviously solo, and then with the band it's Mark Mathews Late Night Players. So it's still playing my music, but it's just to get the different sound and, how some of the tracks are recorded. It's good to have the full band and stuff. So, because the experience of seeing a full band is a lot better than a solo artist in some ways. So, yeah, we cover all bases.
Do you know how this band actually formed in the first place then, Mark?
Well, there's been a few incarnations over the years. This particular band, though, that I'm with now, the bass player is a friend of mine, and I was over in Budapest with him, and just over a few drinks, I was like, why don't you come and play bass for me? So he did, and then through him, his friend is a really good drummer. So both of them are sort of better musicians than me, to be honest. So through him we got James, who's our drummer, and so three-piece, and we're so busy with loads and loads of gigs across the UK, and we're sounding great, really. Things are going very well with this band.
Okay, so you have several upcoming live dates in and around London, if I'm right. Do you want to reveal some of these dates and locations?
I've got next Friday I'll be playing at the Devonshire in Balham, and then we've got a big gig actually with the band coming up at the Alley Cat, which will be the following Saturday night. So that's going to be a great gig, actually. That's because it's in Denmark Street, just before they sort of bulldoze it and get rid of it all. So it's worth coming down to that. And then for anyone else across the UK, if you check out the website, there's loads more gigs that are booked in. We're going on tour. We're up in Leicester. We'll be in Wales. We'll be in Sheffield and a few other places. So yeah, there's loads coming up. So yeah, just check that out. Okay,
so what's the website address and any social media site addresses that people can visit to find you?
Yeah, cool. So the website address is markmatthewsmusic.com. On there, if you go on there, you'll be able to get a couple of free tracks. And then from there also, I won't sort of give out loads of URLs, but on that website, there is all the links to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, markmatthewsmusic.com, and it's Mathews with one T.
Sean Taylor on Castledown Radio.